Take a look. These are the best that ever lived.
Meh.
Hey, friend. Good choice, my friend.
A master of strategy enters the battlefield. Prepare yourselves. Fight! For Arohongoi!
They got one! Silver Comet! Silver Comet! Silver Comet! We'll have to fight harder! Silver Comet! Luna Gale! They got one! Silver Comet! Luna Gale!
The reigning champion emerges triumphant once more.
When I'm ready, and not before.
What do you think?
Think long on your choices.
I offer only the best.
Can you believe Hinekura accepted calm here?
I am furious. This is an insult to all of us.
Perhaps it is a chance to enact our vengeance. Today is a good day to be dead.
When I'm ready,
Hail, Godslayer! Godslayer! Hail, Godslayer!
Peace. May the darkness spare you.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Defending their title, the champion once more into the fray. Challenging them shall be the Crusher, the Night Mauler, Kahuturoa of the Rongokurai tribe. Prepare yourselves. Attack!
Crush our enemies! How did that happen? Crusher! We've lost a totem! Nightfall!
Our mortal challenger wins!
When I'm ready, and not before. Cool wind.
I wish I could see the moon from here.
I wish I could smell the sea.
That would be nice.
The Ramakwa tribe is unmatched in skill.
Our mortal challenger enters the field with less warriors than the opposition. Can they still win? Facing off against the outsider is... Ready your weapons? Go!
Warriors, attack!
Quickly! Victory requires sacrifice!
Our mortal challenger wins!
Warriors of Tarfor, stand tall.
When I'm
The
ready,
Tukuhama
and
tribe's
not before.
warriors cannot be matched.
When's the next match? I didn't know being dead involved so much waiting.
Facing off against the outsider is... The Slayer of Lainai, the Chieftain of Prepare yourselves! Fight!
Warriors, attack! We will persevere. Enough!
The trial continues and the outsider moves forward.
Warriors of Tarfor, stand tall.
Today is a good day for battle.
In this final match of the trial, the champion seeks another victory. The other challenger for the final battle of this tournament will be... Slayer of Templars.
When I'm ready, and not before.
In this final match of the trial, the champion seeks another victory. The other... Prepare yourselves! Attack!
Kill them all!
I must confess, that was rather exhilarating.
The trial is not over. Not yet. In this final match of the trial, the champion seeks another victory. The other challenger for the final battle of this tournament will be... Utula of the Kitava tribe. Ready your weapons! Fight!
Kill them all!
No matter.
How dare you!
The tournament is over. The outsider has done well. Choose your reward. The Hennicotta sleeps, she foresaws, and prepared rewards for you long ago.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Our mortal challenger will seek to retain the title of champion. Facing off against the out... Ready your weapons! Begin! Bala Tukuhama! Daigora! Cut down! For Tukuhama! The trial continues and the outsider moves forward.
What you see is what you get.
A witch, banished from her cup. Ready your weapons! Attack!
Fire!
unto fate! Some must die so the tribe lives on. Death from on high!
The reigning champion emerges triumphant once more!
Each one has been tested and proven true.
When I'm ready, and not before.
The chipmunk chitzes ceaselessly when it has an acorn.
The newcomer brings a smaller warband to the field. An interesting strategy. Facing off again. Prepare yourselves! Attack!
Makanui! Ha! For Tuku, let's rally! None can stand against us!
Champion emerges triumphant once more!
This is what we have to offer.
That will suffice.
Stop running! This is a sacred place!
Defending their title, the champion once more in... Ready your weapons! Attack!
To battle! Enough! Victory requires sacrifice.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Enough! We will persevere. Quickly!
The reigning champion emerges triumphant once more!
The best in all of history.
Strength and courage earn glorious fates.
You won't find any of my warriors lacking.
That will suffice.
Defending their title, the champion. Ready your weapons? Fight!
By moonlight!
They got one! Silver Comet! They got one!
The trial continues and the outsider moves forward.
When I'm ready, and not before.
In this final match of the trial, prepare yourselves! Begin!
Namahu! Lend us your fire! Victory requires sacrifice!
The tournament is over!
Approach
Hinekora smiles
and
upon
claim
you.
your reward.
Choose your reward. The newcomer brings a smaller warband to the field. An interesting strategy. Prepare yourselves! Attack!
Makanui! Ha! Take off!
champion emerges triumphant once more. Our mortal prepare yourselves. Go!
Warrior, attack!
When I'm ready and not
Twin
before.
Flames! Twin Flames! We will persevere. Our war has only just begun! Quickly!
The reigning champion emerges triumphant once more.
These are the best that ever lived.
Choose if you must.
What you see is what you get.
That will suffice.
What do you think? Nice!
Kahutorua, how goes it?
What? I can't hear you from over there. Speak up, old man.
Ready your weapons. Go!
Crash like the waves! One's been downed! Tsunami! Vortex!
When I'm ready and not before.
Tsunami!
Now, I've been doing a number of updates about esports. Esports has not been doing well, and this is primarily a Western audience type situation. I think that it is slightly better in Europe, but esports is thriving in Korea, and it is thriving in South America. However, I do not live in Korea or South America, so it's not here. And what just happened today, and this was announced earlier, I saw this, NRG. NRG is a pretty big org, right? They're a competitive
These
org.
are the best that ever
and
lived.
they announced today, or at least one of the team members announced,
and
that they are
courage
leaving
earn glorious
Apex
fates.
Legends. They are no longer going to have a team for Apex Legends and support it. So I'm going to watch the video right here, and we're going to take a look at it. I've been talking about this a lot, right, for the past, maybe month or so, because I think that ever since, this is one of the problems, right? It's ever since the Overwatch League kind of, started waffling a bit, right? And they were talking about buying back people's, their contracts. I think the esports has, it expanded, I think, quite a bit, especially during COVID. And I think the reason why esports expanded so much during COVID is because it got a lot of investment money from crypto firms. I think that obviously TSM is the best example of this. They literally fucking renamed themselves to FTX TSM. Didn't work out for them. Disappointing for them. Sucks for them. But that's the way it goes. And, you know, they were also being funded by crypto money and being funded by NFT money. A lot of orgs got involved in this stuff. And it inflated the value of the company, it inflated the value of the work, and it inflated the value of the entire industry. So now that we're past that fever dream, really, which is what it was, I can't believe people ever thought that selling pictures was going to be anything more than mean. But now that we're past that, and you know, everybody thinks this is rightfully as stupid as it actually is, well, guess what? They're not making as much money anymore. And because of that, a lot of them are having to downsize. So here we go. NRG is leaving esports.
Hey, what up, everybody? Save you guys a little bit of time. I'm going to give you a little audiobook here of the little write-up I made.
It's lit.
NRG is leaving Apex Legends. To many of you, this may come as a surprise, but to the team of people inside of NRG, this has been a long time coming. NRG began scaling back their Apex interests when they parted ways with the majority of their content creators earlier this year.
Yep.
Along with that, NRG also did not have a merch booth at any of the lands and seemingly was not very interested in esports, unfortunately. EA is mostly to blame here, considering the orgs in EA never reached an agreement about a revenue share. And as much as Apex seems like it's doing great during LAN time, there are some foundational issues that limit the esport from growing any further. Legacy orgs such as
This is what
I have to say, and I know that there are going to be fans of esports that are not happy about this, but Apex Legends is a BR. It's not like a competitive shooter. Like, you can have esports for this game, sure, but like, it's not going to be the same thing as like Counter-Strike or
the newcomer brings a smaller warband
Rocket
to the
League.
field.
It's just, like, BRs are never going to be taken seriously as an esport. They're random. It's just not going to happen. Why? The reason why is because I think it's RNG. I think that's actually probably the biggest reason why. And like, anybody who like cares enough about the game to watch esports about it is probably going to know that, so they're probably not going to be as invested. Randomness is fun for casual, but looks competitive. It does. I think that this is like a big problem that a lot of esports orgs and the esports people don't understand, is that the esport exists to benefit the company and to benefit the game, not the other way around. So like, EA doesn't give a fuck about the esport side of the game as long as people are streaming it and as people are making content about it. That's just the truth.
G2, Liquid, Cloud9, and now NRG have made the same decision.
None can stand against us.
Coupled the underlying issues with EA with our less than ideal tournament performance, it was a decision we came to with NRG that had no bad blood and was honestly a sigh of relief. On a personal note, having the opportunity to be such... Guys, I don't want to have to redo it. I'm just going to keep talking. Okay. Having the opportunity to be on such a well-rounded and professional organization for 3 years, I would like to extend the utmost thanks to everybody who gave myself and my teammates this amazing opportunity. Our tenure was not without success, as we produced 774,000 in tournament winnings, countless wins, and brought together one of the biggest communities of fans inside of Apex. A special shout out to Jamie, by Gage, is in order, as he is without a doubt been the best manager and player forward operator in esports I've come across. Thanks for everything, Jamie. Looking forward, I would be lying if I said I wasn't extremely excited. All three of us, and Sven and Shiny, will continue to play and coach in ALGS Year 4 in some capacity. However, not all together. We've come to the conclusion that we will change the team in some way, and I think it's best for everyone that we change something up, and now's the time to do it when everyone is at the top of their game and hungry to play. I've personally been approached by multiple teams, but also have the option to play with Nate or Gale if the stars align. What I've told the boys is that we should all keep our options open and see what happens, and go from there. Above all else, the most important thing to me is that every member of NRG finds a new home and team to play with, even if it's not together. Lastly, no words can describe the appreciation and admiration I have for the NRG fans and the community we have built over the last few years. It is without a doubt my most prized accomplishment in my long esports career. I'm excited to continue playing Apex at a high level and hope you continue to support the boys and I in some capacity. NRG leaving Apex is without a doubt a sad moment for the esport, as it may foreshadow further issues. But I'm excited to find a new place to call home and work to build up this game to live up to its true potential. On behalf of Nathan, Guild, Rocker, Sven, Shiny, and myself, I would like to say a wholehearted thank you for choosing to support us. More news to come.
Headhunter of the
Thank you guys for everything.
Kafua tribe. Ready
So
your
this-
weapons.
so another group is leaving Apex, and again,
Father of the forest.
there are always going to
lend
be
us your
people that are going
might.
to come in and play these tournaments and do this
Living
stuff.
grip.
EA effectively holds all the cards. They control the IP. You see how powerful the control of the IP is with how Nintendo exercises
A
that
single
with
trunk
Smash
is
Brothers.
lost, but the
The
forest
truth
remains.
is that esports exists solely, and the company investing in it exists solely to benefit the company
Living grip.
and to benefit the health of the game. They don't care about it besides that. And the other problem is that a lot of other people don't.
I need
like,
more
this is like
mana.
massive news, and if you go over and you look at the competitive Apex, at least the subreddit, I think this isn't very good vibe check, but it's doing something. There's only 1,000 people on the subreddit. There's not a ton of people talking about this and getting super invested into this. And this is the problem with with NA esports, because again, like, Reddit is primarily a English audience, and guess what? There's a lot of people from NA on Reddit. So guess what? A lot of people don't give a fuck about it. And that's what happens. Apex Ranked is a joke? Well, I don't know if it's a joke or not. I bet the people that play Apex, dude, like, you have to be really good at FPS to play Apex. Like, number one, it's just fucking hard to see people. And then also, I think Apex probably has like the biggest like skill gap of movement in any FPS, right? Or at least like any of the big VR FPSs. Like, you have Fortnite that has like building skill gap, but like Apex has like more like movement and stuff like that. Time to kill in Apex is like 40 seconds. Yeah, it's probably the longest in any game, which makes movement even more important. Quake? Nobody plays Quake. Nobody's cared about Quake for 20 years. It's irrelevant. So, Apex isn't, though, and that's why we're talking about Apex. So, the truth is that esports, there's no reason for EA to share revenue. There's no reason for them to throw these people a bone unless they can see these, what do you call it, like these teams generating revenue or generating viewership for the game, right? And that's the way that esports does have a symbiotic relationship with these different like gaming companies, right? Is that the esports teams and everything, they build a fan base around the game, and then the company helps them fund that fan base. I think that becomes less relevant and less important when you have teams and like games that are like BRs, basically, because I don't think BRs lend themselves very well to being that kind of a content. Like, they're not competitive games in that way. And also, even if they are competitive games, why do you need entire teams behind it? Because usually you're rooting for individual players. And I think that that's the same thing with like Fortnite, etc. Is that whenever I think of Fortnite, I think of like individual players. And BRs in general, I think of individual players. Apex is a little bit different. Whenever I played it, they only had 3v3. I don't know if they still have that or not. I have no idea. But the point is that the game is very popular. It's a very popular game. A lot of people play it. But just because a lot of people play a game doesn't mean it has a very popular esport. And I think a good example of this is, Honkai Star Rail doesn't have an esport either. But besides that, let's see what else we have here. World of Warcraft, right? World of Warcraft is probably the most dead esport. Like, literally nobody gives, right? Nobody gives a shit. Nobody's cared for years. Like, it was dying 10 years ago, and so like at this point, it's not even funny to talk about it being dead because it's just sad. I try and watch some tournament highlights. It's a great comp game. Well, the thing is, like, it doesn't matter how good you think the competitive game is, because I think that you're probably right. I think Apex is probably a great game to watch competitively. But the problem is that whenever you look at Apex being a competitive game, that doesn't really matter, like, what your perspective of if Apex is a good game or not to be competitive in. Whenever the viewership for the game and the amount of people that are actually giving a fuck about it, it doesn't really matter. And also, like, I'm going to give, like, a super, super, super hot take. It's going to make people really, really mad. And I'm going to do it. You ready? I think that esports for BR type games is actually bad for the game. And the reason why is it makes everybody try hard so much that any casual player gets left behind, and it's almost impossible to keep up with metas. There, I said it.
Any of my warriors will serve you diligently.
Yep, Apex is not made for casual though. Apex is obviously made for casuals. Like, how much bullet drop is there in Apex? Like, there are a ton of ballistics things that Apex doesn't really have that much. And yes, I know obviously Apex does have some of this, but like 90% of the combat, there is no ballistics at all. Like, Apex is a casual game. Like, Apex wouldn't be this popular if it wasn't a casual game. Esports is keeping VR alive though. No, tournaments are keeping VR alive, and that's what the difference is, and I want you guys to understand this, is that tournaments keep these games alive because they are, like, remember Keemstar? Keemstar did Fortnite Fridays, you guys remember that?
Father of the forest!
Yeah, everybody remembers Fortnite Friday? Yeah. Well, this is like, yeah, no, a lot of people probably don't. Yeah, you're right, because like it was so long ago, people actually don't remember this. But Keemstar legitimately used to do Fortnite Fridays, and it was one of the reasons why I took Fridays off, because I liked watching it, right? And I wanted to be like, oh, maybe one day I'll be able to compete, you know, it'll be like me, Mitch, and Train, and we're gonna go and fucking play Fortnite Fridays with Keemstar together, you know? And that never happened, but, you know, it was a dream. And so anyway, having big tournaments and things like this, I think are great for these VR games. But in order to have these big tournaments, you don't need to have a massive esports team for this. All you need are 3 people that queue up. And the truth is that if one company leaves, like NRG leaves, here's the truth. That another group of 3 people is going to come in. That's just the truth. There's always going to be somebody who wants to compete and make a name for themselves, because there's so much viewership to be had for this. This isn't a one-to-one comparison, but look at how many viewers like Tarek gets watching the Valorant tournaments. Look how many viewers Scump gets watching the COD tournaments. Now, I think that the reason, obviously, is because these are fucking S-tier players commentating on the game that they know the most about. But it's also because people like watching the fucking tournaments, right? And that's all there is to it. You need a lot of esoteric knowledge to even watch the games to understand what's happening. That's true. Absolutely. Casuals still getting destroyed in rank. Apex isn't for casuals. Oh yeah, no, you can say that all you want, but Apex is still made for casual players. Like, do you think the time to kill being 40 seconds is for hardcore players? No, it's for casual players so they can run away. I've always thought that, like, a higher time to kill is way more forgiving, personally. Now, I know you can make an argument on the opposite direction and, whatever, but, like, I just don't think Apex, Fortnite, or PUBG, any of these games are really Warzone, are any, like, really super hardcore game. Like, you can play it really hardcore. I think Fortnite you can more than anything, but just because you can doesn't mean that the majority of people are playing it that way. Yeah, they're all casual. These are casual games. Like, that's why they're so popular. The reason it's free to play is because it's made to garner the largest audience. Like, I'm not going to, like, sit here and argue this forever. This is just, like, what I think. Like, I'm not an expert in this. This is just my perspective in it. But all I'm saying is that Apex is clearly a casual game. That's why so many people can watch it and play it. Like, you want to know a game that's not for casuals? Is World of Warcraft Retail Arena. That's not a casual game. You want to know another not casual game? Escape from Tarkov. That's not a casual game. Path of Exile is not a casual game. You talk about Apex Legends? Of course it's fucking casual. Absolutely. Are you crazy? Anyway, could go on and on and on about this, but I think my point's been made. And either way, it is what it is. And also, like, here's another reason why... Oh, I haven't talked about this element to it. There's also another big factor that... One of the most entertaining things about esports is star players and people getting mad, right? Like, who is the most... Like, whenever I think back at, like, StarCraft 2, I think of Hydra. Every moment that I think about in esports is like a drama moment, because that's whenever it's entertaining, right? Because outside of actual people that are, you know, doing this kind of toxic stuff, well, it's not funny at all. Do you remember back whenever they had that Valorant tournament and then people started crying because some guy teabagged another guy? Well, you have to understand that, like, again, and this goes back to what I was saying about how esports exist for the benefit of the company. So the company doesn't want toxic players being promoted because that hurts the environment in game, because people will watch the tournaments and then emulate the behavior that those players do in game, right? But the problem is that that's what's entertaining to watch. If you want to make an entertaining tournament, you want to fill it full of clowns. It's just common sense. It's like American sports history compilation shit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, games need villains. So, and this is another thing where, like, esports and the publishers are, in my opinion, diametrically opposed, right? They are going in two completely opposite directions. Because one of them wants the games to be more, you know, they want everybody to say GG at the end of the game. And what's better for entertainment purposes and for building a brand, for building a narrative, for building a community around an esport is for people to say fuck you every match, right? Go fuck yourself. That's what people want to see, because that's entertaining. And people want to be entertained. The majority of people, I think, like, there's a small amount of people that like watching a video game for the sake of the video game. But I think that whenever you attract large audiences, and I think this is probably the most true this is probably with something, and this is kind of a different comparison, but like this is my take on it, is with MMA. Is that MMA always has like drama and bullshit, because Dana White understands this. And Dana White says, I'm going to let people say whatever the fuck they want. I'm going to let people do whatever the fuck they want. And you know what? It works. It works so fucking well, because people are constantly talking shit about each other. They're constantly trying to fucking, you know, like say something negative about each other in like some press release or something like that. And Dana White is making, Dana White, oh yeah, I bro, you know what I mean, right? Dana White, yeah, he's making tons of fucking money, all right? He's making millions and millions and millions of fucking dollars. And guess what? It works. But the thing is that you don't need to worry. Like, he doesn't have to worry about, like he doesn't have ownership of every fight that happens in the country, right? So, like, for example, if two dudes get in a fight in high school, it's not really his fault. It's not his responsibility. It's not like, you know, he owns the high school. Whereas, like, with Apex Legends, you know, they own the fucking tournament, they own the octagon, and they own all the high schools that people are playing in too, theoretically, right? If you can get, like, kind of the metaphor that I'm using here. So, they are responsible for the entirety of the community whenever they have things like that happen. So, they don't want to have toxicity. But toxicity builds a brand, and it builds a community, and it builds a narrative, and it builds a story, right? And that's what the problem is that you have these neutered esports that are full of pussies talking about boring shit, spamming sponsor stuff that nobody cares about, and then nobody can do anything interesting or say anything interesting, because if you do that, then somehow you're kicked out of the league. Because all of the companies, they don't want to have this affect their brand, because again, esports exists solely to benefit the company that makes the game. That's it. And these companies are starting, these esports orgs are starting to realize that. That's why FGC is still king. Have you heard the story of the man who went 13-0 in the first 10? Well, here's the thing, right? Is that FGC is also really... So here's another problem with esports, right? How many people are in an Apex team? Is it just 3 people, or is it going to be 4 people with like a flex player? It's just 3. This is your average Apex Legends team, right? And so you see player 1. I guess I'll just do this. Player 2. And then player 3, right? So this is what the public sees. And you also have, of course, players oftentimes also know the, or viewers often know the coach. But here's what the issue is you have all of these other people that are on the payroll that are associated with supporting this team, right? And
Will it be
oftentimes, people don't even know about the coach. Do you see kind of what the issue here is? And with the fight, it depends on the team. It does depend on the team. But for a lot of these larger esports teams, they have, for example, personal assistants. Like, let's go through some of the lists of things that they have. They have personal assistants. They have chefs. They have, let's see here, not enough coaches? Yeah, maybe a second coach. I've seen people that have 2 coaches as well. A manager, an analyst, a dietitian. Yeah, I'm serious. I'm serious about this. Like, look it up. Yeah, they actually have all this stuff. Yeah, mental coaches as well. Video editors. Well, video editors sometimes make more money. And, yeah, all of these things. Maids. Yeah, think about that. Maids. So, like, you have, like, bunches of extra people that are on the payroll that... And keep in mind, the esports team probably could make money. They could maybe make money if they could pay just these people, right? And maybe if they could pay this person. But they can't make money if they have to pay everybody here. So that's why FGC is succeeding. I think that's one of the big reasons why it's succeeding. Is that you have one individual person, a lone ranger, goes in there and they play by themselves. And also, like I've said this before, but the reason why esports isn't popular is because NA players don't take esports seriously. Whenever they see an esports team, all they see is a bunch of pasty loser nerds that need to get a job. They're not athletes, and they're just losers that play video games. That's just the truth. Like, I'm not saying this. I think esports are nice. I like esports. I think that's a stupid mindset. But it doesn't matter if it's a stupid mindset now, does it? Because if enough people think it, it becomes true. So, yeah. High paid for nothing. Exactly. And that's the way that people feel about it. Now, why is it like that? I think there's 50 reasons why it's like that. It's not worth it getting into it. But I think this is a massive prevailing opinion that people have in at least North America. And I think it's one of the biggest reasons why people don't care about esports is because not only do they not care about the players, but they actively resent the fact that they exist. The reason FGC is succeeding is because they're subsidized by the tournament organizers who make little to no money. Well, and it's also because, like, they don't have a massive overhead. They don't have a massive team. The tournament winnings go to one person. How can you say that when EVO just filled up an entire arena? Isn't EVO for FGC? EVO is a fighting game event, right? Yeah. I was gonna say, I thought so. I mean, like, I'm fucking 99% sure. So, like, that's what I'm saying, is that fighting games are massively successful because they require less overhead. And also, I think that they have a more entrenched community. They just have a better community that's more supportive and it's more cohesive. Whereas a lot of these other games don't have that as much. CS too. Well, another reason why CS is massively popular is because of gambling.
Each day we grow.
That's why. Let's be honest. The reason why CS is, sorry, not that it's massively popular, that it's massively subsidized, is that the reason why esports in CSGO works so well is because a lot of the teams and a lot of the players, they're getting sponsored by Gamba. Really, like, that's huge. That's fucking massive. And so now they're getting paid these huge amounts of money for Gamba. And that's why, like, Riot doesn't let them do that. Madden tournaments could be good, but screw EA. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, betting companies sponsor CSGO tournaments. There you go. And that's smart for them to do. And, again, sponsoring, I think the big difference in EVO and esports communities, 100% of the community, there's real organic development there. The big corporate AstroTurf leagues, when it got ahead of themselves, that's actually a really good point, and you're totally right, and I should talk about that. There are these massive leagues that these companies, these publishers make, and it's like the Overwatch League and a lot of these other massive things, and they're basically putting the cart before the horse, which means that they're building it, and before there's an audience, and they're just hoping that the audience will come and watch it. It's basically, you're building it for, like, your esport to be on level 9, but you're starting on level 2. Whereas, like, EVO has leveled up at the same level as their community has over time. So it doesn't have these like massive fucking salaries for the players, probably to the extent that something like Valorant does. I don't know. I could be wrong about that. I'm not gonna, you know, fucking go off on a tangent about this. But I think that there's just in general less unnecessary investment. Yeah, it's organic development. Yeah, it's the opposite of grassroots. Exactly. Most people in the FGC also knows they can't full-time, so they participate in FGC as a hobby, and then they try to live off the tournament money. Well, they're also streamers in a lot of cases, too. Like, one of the worst things is whenever you have players for competitive games that don't stream or make content. Like, that is actually one of the worst possible things. Tonfoss was won 200K in a weekend for Mortal Kombat. It's wild. Yeah, well, good for him. I feel like a lot of companies do that. They see something successful, they want to cash in as soon as possible without putting in the effort to build the scene. Well, it's also like you don't, the company doesn't even, the company can't put in the effort. It's just something that happens over time.
Do you think you'll ever
There's
reach
no like,
perfection with
it's
a
not the
bow?
company's
I will
fault or anything like that. This is just how it is.
Not a destination.
It takes time for these things to grow. Why do you think Dota is able to pop off as an esport 5v5? Does Dota allow Gamba sponsors?
Prepare
Very much so. Yeah, that's a big reason why. So this is what every esports, if your esport is dying, okay, I have the advice, I have the information that you need to know. So companies, please listen up.
Cover our flank.
If your esport is dying and you're not making enough money, the teams aren't making enough money, what you have to do is you have to allow gambling sponsors.
When I'm ready.
And the reason why is because gambling sponsors will pay a lot of money for spots on these esports tournaments. And the reason why they'll pay a lot of money for spots on these esports tournaments is because, of course, the audience is primarily young guys that are often kids. And it's most advantageous to get kids addicted to gambling because then they grow up with it fucking their brain, and by the time they turn 18, then you can take all of their money for the rest of their life. But the problem is that, like, once they get older, yes, it's still very effective, but, like, getting kids invested into it, that is where you make the biggest amount of money. And that's why these Gamba companies are paying tons of money to these CS teams and tons of money in these other places because they make so much off of the fucking players. You have to, yes, it's nurturing a gambler, right? So it's like this, right? If you ever tried to grow a tree, like a bonsai tree, and you have like the little things where you have to like grow the branch to where it goes and it does like this or something like that, right? Well, it's hard to do that on a 50-year-old oak tree, isn't it? It is. But if it's a tiny little bonsai tree and you can let it grow over time, well, then it becomes really easy. Oh, I know this isn't something that a lot of these companies want to say. And I know it's not something that they want to admit. But it's true. But it is true.
None can stand against us.
Come on, team!
The reigning champion emerges triumphant once more. In this final match of the trial, the champion seeks another victory. Ready your weapons? Go!
Makanui! Ha!
Okay, so we beat the game. Yes, we did. Okay. So
you will have another chance in this trial.
Damn, bro, this has 3.2 million views? Yo, and the state of play only has 1.2 million? Bro, PlayStation fell off. Sony ponies in shambles. Nintendo stays winning. What a fucking surprise. All right, let's get it.
What you see is what you get.
Did they really have to make her with those proportions? I mean, like, god damn, man.
In
like,
this final match of the
Nintendo
trial,
stays winning.
the champion
Oh my
seeks
God.
another victory. The other challenger for the final battle of this tournament will be Akoya of the Tokuhama tribe.
That's cool. What the fuck is this? Oh, it's a collection system. Oh, it's a roguelike. I see. Okay. Sure. I think Slay the Spire is kind of like this too, right?
Prepare yourselves. Attack!
Not quite. That's just my understanding. I haven't played it. But not Slay the Spire. Sorry, Risk of Rain. I meant to say Risk of Rain.
Your guide for today's Nintendo Direct.
Is Risk of Rain like that?
You just saw a
Yeah,
new trailer
I don't
for
know how I got the
Splatoon
two of them confused.
3 expansion pass DLC
Yeah.
side order. This brand new story is set in the Spire
Because I was thinking
Order,
like,
where you will
it was a
strengthen
game
your
that Soda Pop had
character's
played, but I'm like,
abilities
wait a
as
minute,
you
no, it
ascend the
wasn't that
Spire's
name.
floors.
Yeah.
We're developing this single player DLC so
You
it
play
can be
Risk of Rain
played
too? I never have. I probably
over
should.
again. It's planned to release in spring 2024, so please look forward to it.
I need more mana.
Okay, let's see our first batch.
Do they
of
still
Nintendo
snap
Switch
their
headlines.
fingers? Yeah, they do. All right, let's go.
The toys are back in town. Donkey
What's
Kong.
this?
Mario.
Okay.
The rivalry that heated up on the
Oh my god, bro. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of those
How about
phone games.
you, champion? The outsider.
Like, I see this, and it's like the phone game
You
where it's
are
like there's like a
worthy.
lava here, and the guy jumps on it, and the lava comes down, and it sets him on fire.
Game Boy Advance system reignites on the Nintendo Switch system.
Why
With his
must we
eyes on the
remain in this
prize.
place?
Donkey Kong has stolen all the mini Mario toys from the factory. And
Why
it's
would he
up
do
to
that?
Mario to track him down.
Why would he do that?
In each stage, contraptions and other challenges await.
I'll challenge you.
Dude,
if
I've
it
always
appears
wanted
well
to go
equipped.
back and actually
be
go
enough?
and play every Mario game that I've missed.
Opposites.
Because
we
the last
have
Mario game that I played, really, was Super Mario Sunshine,
of the
and I didn't even
Tribe.
finish that game. It's impossible? No, it's not.
Prepare
Patience and
yourself.
action are vital to your success.
Go.
What do you guys think was
Mario
the
needs to reach the
best
key.
Mario game ever
Quite cross the gap.
for its time? I feel like it's either Super Mario 3
Mario's tail looks a
or
little
Super Mario
suspicious.
64.
Does
You're
it?
about to lose.
If Mario
It's either
does
64 or
this,
3.
now he can get across
Of course he can.
and safely
Why doesn't
grab
he
the
just
key.
jump on the guy? Oh, he can. Well, he can, but doesn't
Platform too high? Reach it with a handstand jump or a backflip. Like that.
Okay.
Observe and act to collect mini Marios, clear stages, and face Donkey Kong head on.
Our mortal challenger wins.
In this updated version of the
Fuck 'em.
game, you can play with a friend in local co-op.
That's cool.
However you choose to puzzle your way through, it's up to you to recover the toys. Mario vs. Donkey Kong launches on Nintendo Switch February 16th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like that's like a perfect game for a phone, man.
Any of my
Like that's
warriors
such a
will
perfect dude.
serve
I
you
feel like
diligently.
I've already seen this game like 5 times in like phone ads.
Any of my warriors lacking?
Well, I mean, it makes sense, right? Because the Nintendo Switch is about as powerful as a phone. So yeah, I guess it kind of is.
Save the prince and the
Oh,
world.
yo, this shit looked
Prepare
crazy
yourselves.
good.
Fight!
Guide Sargon
Yo, look at
as
this.
he sets off to save the Prince of Persia and restore the world's balance. Tapping into the roots of the Prince
Yeah,
of
look at
Persia
this. This
series,
is so fucking
game
badass.
features 2D, side-scrolling action-adventure gameplay. Dash through breathtaking environments in a mythological, Persian-inspired world. But don't linger too long if you hope to survive.
It's just
Harness
a
sword and bow
speed.
techniques, as well as time powers.
If I play this
These
game, I'm never
hostile
gonna use
lands.
any of those. I'm just gonna use the basic
As your
attack.
journey progresses, Sargon will grow stronger and learn new abilities that expand his arsenal. Equip amulets to further boost your abilities, among other perks. The number of amulets you can equip is limited though, so choose wisely. Use everything at your disposal to
Oh, it's
navigate this
Chimera.
harsh world and defeat the mythical beasts that stand in your way.
Yeah, this looks really cool.
Save the prince and discover the mysteries of Mount Cass.
Sargon
When
these nuts.
Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown launches on the Nintendo Switch system January 18th.
Yeah, I actually think
You
that
can
game looks
receive
really
the
cool.
in-game Warrior Within outfit by
I saw
pre-ordering
the
game from
trailer of it
Nintendo
last time.
eShop.
It was great.
Take a look. These games will help you chase your passion.
What does that mean?
Rev up for true arcade racing in Horizon Chase 2. Speed through stunning environments, each
Okay.
with its own dynamic art style.
I remember I used to play
overtaking your
games like this when I
rivals
was a
on
kid
the
a lot.
road. Play the main campaign to unlock vehicles, courses, and more. You can also upgrade your vehicle and style it to fit your high-octane needs. Itching for more?
You know, like a bit of lore. You know, like that yellow Lamborghini that I had that I would hit myself in the head with. I would go get it, but it's like I can't reach it. The reason why I bought that was because we had a game. I forgot. I think it was called like Cruisin' World or something like that. And if you beat every stage with like some different variant, you would get that car. That's why I actually have that Lamborghini. Is because of that original, Cruisin' USA. Was it that one? Yeah, I don't remember. But it was one of them, and like that's actually why I got the Lamborghini. Was from that game.
Racing action.
It's like the butterfly
Up
effect,
to
you know?
4 speedsters can put the pedal to the metal in couch co-op or online. Go full throttle in Horizon Chase 2, launching on Nintendo
Yeah,
Switch.
this reminds me of like a
later
Nintendo 64
today.
game. It's kind of nostalgic.
Warm up for musical mayhem
What's
in this
this?
rhythm-based adventure. Time your button presses with the music to solve puzzles and battle
champion
bosses.
emerges
Over 30
triumphant
thrilling
once
tracks
more.
await, including music from iconic Konami games. Up to 4 friends can battle it
Nope.
out in versus modes or jam together in
This
local
gonna be
or
a
online
nope.
play.
This is gonna
Super
be a big
Crazy
nope.
Rhythm Castle launches on Nintendo Switch November 14th.
Not about it.
Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Is this
Anya Forger has a new
Spy
assignment
Family?
from school, creating a photo diary. On weekdays, you'll head to class, then enjoy family time in the evenings. On days off, you can visit all sorts of exciting places, like the beach or an art museum, in search of subjects to photograph. How will you spend your time with friends and family? And what kind of photo diary will you help Anya make? Spy Anya Operation Memories launches on Nintendo Switch next year.
I have a feeling I'm probably not the target audience for
Defending
that
their
game.
title, the champion once more into the fray.
Mario's first RPG
Opposite.
adventure
Oh,
returns.
yo, yeah, they announced this last time.
The Super Mario RPG
There's
game is
Gino.
back with updated graphics. Let's go over
Oh,
some
bro,
new
this shit would
and
make me so
returning
mad.
gameplay features.
We will
Time your button
persevere.
presses with action
Yep.
commands to increase damage dealt or decrease damage received.
Bro, those spiders didn't fuck
When you
around.
time your attacks perfectly, you can now damage all enemies at once.
Oh, that's new. Yeah, I don't remember that happening at all.
Every successful action
Mallow.
command will fill this gauge. When it's full, you can unleash.
Wait, we have a limit break? No way. No way they brought the game back with a limit break.
the 3-character triple move.
Oh, that was one of the bosses.
Depending on your current party, the move will change. So experiment with
Oh my
different
god.
combos. During
Bro,
your adventure,
I love this guy. I don't know why, but I thought this guy was so cool.
you'll encounter bosses with colorful personalities. After clearing the game, you can fight some of them again.
Booster, yeah.
Defending their
But
type.
these
Ready
powered
your
up bosses
weapon.
aren't gonna be easy.
Grace.
Damn. Oh, they didn't even show the hardest spot. The original hardest boss was a QX, right? Smithy was hard too. I remember I had a fucking reality check whenever I went and I fought Smithy for the first time. That was a bad time for me. Uh-oh.
Hey, grats, my dude. The grind is over. Time for the next grind. Yo-yo.
Moon's Grace.
I found in a fucking hindcore's lock LMAO.
Now is the time.
And now I am even more addicted to Toa. Oh damn.
Silver Comet.
I need more mana.
Moon will have to fight harder. That's one for us.
$48 div, Jesus. Yep. That finished the grind for me.
Moon's Grace. Now is the time. Silver Comet. Ah!
When I'm ready and not before.
Silver Comet.
This build is maximum stupid, haha.
Our mortal challenger wins.
Oh and. I got 2 House of Mirrors a few rounds ago. A. 7 blah blah. Not House of Mirror. .4 div.
The Ramako tribe is unmatched in skill.
Akoya! Akoya, yeah!
Think long on your choices.
Take a look.
One more warrior under your command.
In this final match of the trial, the champion seeks another victory. The other champion. Ready your weapons. Begin.
Do battle.
It's the boss
When
too.
Super Mario
where you fight
RPG
Gino.
launches on the Nintendo Switch system November 17th. Pre-orders are
I am
available
gonna play
now
this.
on Nintendo eShop.
Yeah, it's not even a question.
Defeat
Of
is
course I'm gonna play this.
inevitable.
Hey,
In this final match of the trial, the
Look
champion
alive.
seeks another
we're almost
victory.
there.
The The other challenger for the final battle of this
The
tournament
Nintendo
will be...
DS game Trace Memory returns on the Nintendo Switch system as another code to memories.
Never played this shit.
One day, a young girl named Ashley receives a letter from the father she thought had passed away.
Is that right?
Seeking answers, she sets off for the solitary
Prepare
Blood Edward Island
yourself.
in search of him.
Fight!
Once there, Ashley encounters puzzles and obstacles that hinder her investigation.
None can stand against us.
When I'm ready, can you not see me?
She also meets a mysterious boy. What truths await Ashley in this place?
No matter how hard I try, I can't remember Dad's face. Who are you?
The sequel, Another Code R, Journey into Lost Memories, previously unreleased in North America, is also included.
So this is like Juliet, huh?
Play both games to experience the full
So
story.
there's like no combat?
Unravel both adventures, fully enhanced for Nintendo Switch, when Another Code Recollection launches January 19th. Pre-orders begin
No?
today
Okay.
on Nintendo eShop.
Okay.
Another
For
Code
girls,
Recollection
yeah.
includes 2 games, the Nintendo DS game Trace Memory and its Wii sequel, which was never released in North America. Both games
Yeah, I'm
are
not.
fully
This is
enhanced
another not
on
the target
Nintendo
audience
Switch.
game.
Please
Yes.
look forward to
The
playing them early
Not the
is
target
our
audience.
new champion.
Next, please take a look at this.
Hinekora smiles upon you. Choose your reward.
Is this the Peach game?
7 years bad luck. Yeah. 2 of them. Had another 3 of them a few days ago.
Defending their title, the champion once more into the fray. Challenging them. Ready your weapons. Fight!
To battle! You've accomplished nothing!
Congra on the lock Yuketsu, wish you the best of luck. So you are pretty rich now. Any build you plan on doing with that wealth plus HH? Void Sphere good. I am doing challenges ATM, then I wanna fuck around with builds. I wanna farm a mage blood too. I'ma show you my flicker. I bought gear.
Victory requires sacrifice!
Thanks Kyo.
The reigning champion emerges triumphant once more.
When I'm ready and not before.
Is it day or night right now? Does anyone know?
Here goes. Just doing challenges ATM.
Didn't even break a sweat.
Everything just dies while UHP is barely moving, seems solid winking face. Well, it's AT3 map KEK.
Good day.
You sure about that placement? Stay safe.
I believe in traveling light.
My regards.
Hello. Remember, we do this for freedom. Hello. Remember, we do this for freedom. Yes? Remember, we do this for freedom.
can't do this just yet.
The face that stares back in the mirror is a stranger. My regards.
Yo hi, you got Headhunter? Yes. Wow Octal 0. Now I am doing challenges and fucking around XD. Is Headhunter from Toda? Are you farming and buy one?
I can't do this just yet.
All league I am farming and I buy nurse cards. Oh, okay. So good. I am using alternate quality flicker to have further jumps. About Flickr, the replica fur are so expensive, I am very sad. True. But you can buy regular. Yeah, I use regular right now, but still very sad, haha.
can't do this just yet.
How DPS you have right now? Looks so good. I don't know. It's a low LVL map. I farm essences for challenge. Oh, I thought this T16, SRRY smiley face. Nah, maybe later. Maybe I grind to 100. What are you farming right now, or just go level 100? Essence challenge. Oh, I see. I never tried a complete challenge, I still so new with post smiley face. Challenges are fun.
The blight is trying to spread! The blight is trying to spread! I'll try to complete challenges after my flicker done, haha, still have so many things need to upgrade. Ye flicker almost has no limit. If I had more money I would buy ashes too.
Replica equals new build, so sad smiley face.
Good day.
What behind you, books? Yes, books from my girlfriend. There's one shelf only mangas. Yes, books from my girlfriend. There's one shelf only mangas. That, SA lot smiley face. Yep, XD. I am trying to read more books but always feel sleepy after 5 minutes smiley face. I am the same haha. But I can read manga in whole day smiley face. Haha nice. Manga is more exciting.
My regards.
Netflix and chill OR hentai with senpai? Haha. Bro.
May the darkness spare you.
Man, essence farming is sick. Looks so good, I want to farming essence too lol.
my regards. They are out to get you.
I can't do this just yet.
Good day.
Seems risky. Stay safe.
Good day.
They've come to you to die. You are their mercy.
I believe in traveling light.
Good day.
Hey yo. Yo Quadro. Seizure warning. Ooh, grats, you got HH? No worries about seizures lol. Yeah. Have you got 8 skill chaos DMG cluster by any chance so far? Cheeky smiley face. Big one? Big one? Yeah. Only 11, sorry. Still want? That's K. Yesterday I PM'd 12 guys and none of them sold it lol. So you want minor? Nah, 11 too much. If I find one I'll let you know. Thanks. What's her build again?
They will all abandon you when they learn the truth.
Toxic brain focus ballista. Jesus, take the wheel.
I believe in traveling light.
Good day.
BRB Bio. TYT.
Good day.
I can't do this just yet.
May the darkness spare you.
You die rather well.
You are destined to bring ruin to all you touch.
I can't do this just yet.
Yo Quadro. I got a 9 passive chaos cluster. I can take 9. But how much is it? XD. Free. Seriously? Gladly. Lol. Bro. This isn't gonna sell for 5C. People put 8 passive for 20C, you know? 8 is good though. 9 is meh. I envy me to party. Alright. Obvious Mike. Thanks for subscribing. XRada JX. Thanks for subscribing. Ferbs1337. Thanks for subscribing. Amy Arabella 8. Thanks for subscribing. Nicholas8675. Thanks for subscribing. At SX Quadro Gaming Danki Fur Doska Shenkabo. Bro WTF. Hey, do good, get good. The sad part is, a fake, I don't get anything from those LMAO. You may get more viewers lol. Well, thanks. Moin. Ever considered a Ko-fi or Patreon account? Keck. Huh. No lol. The share is much better though. Anything is better than getting 0 lol. But I consider it a hobby.
Your tolerance of the intolerable is admirable.
Go back in. Lol. It's great music XD. And I play Skyrim in space lol. At obvious mic, my game crashes because of Bethesda bugs. Can't play yet. Have you capped the frames to 60 FPS via NVIDIA or AMD application worked for me? Really? Gonna try it after crafting my jewel. Ye sad but true. Blah. I'm off for an hour or so. See you in a bit. BB.